Hello students, today we are going to study the topic from machine drawing, threaded fasteners. The topic name is threaded fasteners. So in this topic we are going to study permanent fasteners and temporary fasteners. So usually in this topic now we are going to concentrate on temporary fasteners. These are nothing but the screw fasteners, and also nut and bolt. So today we are going to study standard dimensions of hexagonal headed bolt. We are going to study the standard dimensions. So in my right hand this is a nut, and in my left hand this is a bolt. So this nut and bolt are used as a temporary fasteners. Temporary fasteners means we can able to join the two parts by using the nut and bolt, and we can able to disassemble or we can able to remove the nut and bolt without damaging the joint parts. So for the joining of two parts we are going to use nut and bolt, and we can able to disassemble the joint parts without breaking. That is called as a temporary joints. Okay. So here this is nut and this is bolt. So standard terminology connected with
1 minute,
bolt.
sir. 1 minute, sir. Yes, sir.
Standard terminology connected with bolt is this part of the bolt is called as a shank, okay, on which the threading is there, and this part of the bolt is called as a head of the bolt. So always they will give the diameter of the bolt. And in terms of diameter of the bolt, the other standard dimensions will be calculated. So here this head of the bolt, this surface to this surface, this is called as a thickness of the bolt. Always it will be 0.75D to 0.8D. This thickness is always taken as 0.75D to 0.8D, and the surface to surface distance, it is termed as W, width of the bolt. So this is equal to W is equal to 1.5D plus 3 mm. Next, the corner to corner distance, opposite corner distance, always it will be 2D. The next terminology is champering will be done on the top of the head of the bolt to avoid the
Sharp edges.
To avoid the sharp edges are removed. That is called as a champering. So we can able to see this corner to corner some material is removed. This is called as a champering. So next, this is a nut. So nut is also having the standard terminologies. This surface to this surface, top surface to bottom surface, this is called as a thickness of the nut, and always it will be taken as D. D means diameter of the nut, or diameter of the bolt will be given, that is T equal to D. So here also distance between two surfaces, parallel distance between two surfaces, that will be termed as a W, and W is equal to 1.5D plus 3 mm. The next is distance between two corners, any two corners, the distance between any two corners, it will be termed as 2D. Distance between any two corners, it will be termed as 2D. So here the length of the threads will be given, usually will be mentioned. If it is not mentioned, we can take it as 2D distance we can take, and we can mark as a threaded distance. And always the length, standard length is equal to 4D. Always the length of the shank, it will be taken as 4D. Standard is 4D, or sometimes it will be given in the problem. So next is we are going to study. So these whatever the threads are there, these are termed as external threads. These are termed as external threads. And here for the nut, the threads are there. These threads are termed as internal threads. So the nut is going to engage in the bolt. The nut is going to engage in the bolt like this. You can able to see it. So here, whenever I am rotating the nut in the clockwise direction, it is moving from right to left. So this type of threads are termed as right-handed threads. These types of threads are termed as right-handed threads, and opposite of this one is termed as left-handed threads. So whenever we are rotating the nut in the clockwise direction, if it is moving from left to right side, it will be termed as left-handed threads. So this terminology you have to make it perfect. So this terminology you have to understand, so that we can able to draw the front view, top view and side view of the nut and bolt. So in the next lecture we are going to study how to draw the front view, top view and side view of the nut and bolt.